Our top story today from the GatewayPundit.com, a federal judge, Edward Chen from San Francisco, has blocked Trump from ending the temporary protected status for 350,000 Venezuelan illegal migrants. We're covering the new corruption in the judicial system here on the Gateway Pundit's Week in Review. My name is Elijah Schaffer, and this is the Gateway Pundit's Week in Review, where we cover the top 5 stories of the last 24 hours. Our top story comes from Jim Hoft, who reports that once again a judge is pretending to be the President of the United States. Federal District Judge Edward Chen, a Barack Obama appointee, took his turn at playing President of the United States on Monday. Chen blocked President Trump from ending the temporary protected status for 350,000 Venezuelan illegal migrants. Judge Chen's move is a godsend to the estimated 350,000 of them who are here illegally. Judge Chen wants these illegals to stick around a while longer. This nonsensical statement by Chen is an anti-American ruling. Noam threatens to inflict irreparable harm on hundreds of thousands of persons who lives, families, and livelihoods will be severely disrupted, cost the United States billions in economic activity, and injure public health and safety in communities throughout the United States. So we are supposed to pretend these illegals were not costing the U.S. millions, and we're actually bringing in billions in economic activity. And we're also supposed to pretend that Judge Chen cares about America's well-being. Who wrote that? Soros' Open Society? And where's this proof of a single statement that he made? Stephen Miller weighed in saying, "This is what we mean by judicial tyranny. Biden mass imported illegals from Venezuela, including criminals, gave them welfare and social security numbers. President Trump won an election promising to end the invasion. A rogue Marxist judge has ordered Biden's amnesty continued." It goes on to explain. You can read the rest of the story there at thegatewaypundit.com, but it is vital to realize, look, this stuff is absolutely disgusting, and it's just kind of crazy. Additionally, Secret Service refused to respond to insider threat at agency retaliated against a whistleblower who reported a threat. Before we talk about that, I just want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors for today, guys. If you check out Chuck Norris, you'll notice he's old, but he doesn't look old. He doesn't act old. And that's because I recently saw a video that he made and I was shocked. He's in his 80s and he's still kicking butt and working out and staying active. What's even more shocking is he's stronger, can actually work out longer, and even has plenty of energy left over for his grandkids. Now, he did this by just making one change in his life that is really easy for you and I to make the change too. He says that he feels like it is in his 50s, and for the ladies, his wife even said she started doing the same thing, and she's never felt younger or better. They have so much energy to play with the grandkids. Don't you want that in your life? Do you want to get rid of that consistent fatigue? She says that she feels 10 years younger, her body looks leaner, and she has energy all day. Now, Chuck made a special video just for us that explains everything. Make sure that you watch it now by going to chuckdefense.com/pundit. That's CHUCKDEFENSE.com/PUNDIT, or click the link in the video below. It'll change the way that you think about your health. Once again, that's chuckdefense.com/pundit. Click the link in the description below to watch the video now. You won't believe how simple it is. Watch his method by clicking the link in the description box below at chuckdefense.com/pundit today. CHUCKDEFENSE.com/PUNDIT. Check it out before it's too late. With that being said, the Secret Service refused to respond to insider threat. Check this out. The U.S. Secret Service is accused of failing to respond to an insider threat at the agency and retaliated against the whistleblower who reported the threat during the Biden administration. News of the insider threat comes less than 1 year after 2 assassination attempts against President Trump, one in Butler, Pennsylvania, and another attempt at his Mar-a-Lago golf course. According to Real Clear Politics, reporter Susan Crabtree, the Secret Service hired an applicant who failed the terrorism section of the polygraph test. Failing a polygraph test typically disqualifies a Secret Service applicant. However, the agency has a dangerous friends and family loophole, which allows people with certain connections to retake the polygraph test more than once. The agency allowed this insider threat to evaluate other security clearances, according to a whistleblower. The whistleblower claims that they were retaliated against, forced to resign, and now the agency is threatening to revoke their security clearance. Instead of investigating the individual for posing a potential threat to the agency and the top U.S. officials it protects, including the president and vice president, the agent alleges that he was retaliated against and forced to resign after serving more than 20 years in the Secret Service. The agent who reported the insider threat alleges the agency officials have continued to retaliate against him by threatening his security clearance if he doesn't drop his legal complaints, Crabtree reported. Now, obviously, this investigation is wild. It's not to be unexpected, but it comes at a point in time where you got to ask yourself, why do we persecute the people who are trying to do right and reward those who are doing evil? Now, that being said, watch as a crazed TikToker calls on illegals to shoot at ICE agents on sight. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem vows prosecution. Jordan Conradson reports. This is a video that is quite graphic. It is absolutely ridiculous. Watch.
Shoot at ICE agents on site. That's right. If ICE agents are trying to take you or a loved one, shoot them on site. The way they're pulling up, with masks on, with unmarked vehicles, no badge, no nothing, it could be anybody. It can be gang members. You have every right to shoot at them. This would be the best self-defense case. You're just in fear for your life. You don't know who's behind that unmarked vehicle or who's behind that mask. This is ridiculous. What is our country coming to? Why would you want to be an ICE agent anyway? Do you like separating kids from their parents? Do you like deporting students that are studying? I can understand deporting a gang member or criminals, but innocent people, it's ridiculous. The way these ICE agents are pulling up with masks on, unmarked vehicles, they are pulling up like gang members. They are pulling up like the mafia. You might as well shoot them on sight and have your day in court. Take care, guys.
Yeah, I don't think a calling for violence against government officials is going to end too well for these people. I'm really just getting damn tired of watching my country just be like a circus, right? It's like, what? He's some Asian guys ordering 350,000 illegal migrants to stay. What's become of our nation? I want to get back to what our founding fathers thought of our country. I actually am. People said I'm crazy. Oh, he's too far right or whatever. I share the same views as our founding fathers. Like, so what? You think our founding fathers were incorrect in how they founded this country? Well, then maybe you don't like this country, because this country wasn't meant to be what people have made it today. It's like people are like, oh, well, you got to accept trans people. No, I don't have to accept them. Just because they say that they're a boy or a girl and they, get those surgeries doesn't make them one. Just because this nation's like, well, this is what America is. No, it's not. America is based on a set of documents that define who we are. And those documents have been adjusted to such a point that we no longer are anything. We're like an empire without identity. We were meant to be a Western nation, right? Of Western people. And now we're just, anybody can be American. That's kind of a weird thing. And also, we don't even encourage them to assimilate anymore. Like, it's like the worst situation possible. And then we're supposed to just accept the violence and the fighting. It's just ridiculous. That being said, Attorney General Pam Bondi announces federal charges against Colorado Tesla Firebomber in a kind of bizarre pre-scripted video. Check this out. I don't know if vandalism should be taken care of by the Attorney General, but listen to this.
I've made it clear, if you take part in the wave of domestic terrorism against Tesla properties, we will find you, arrest you, and put you behind bars. Today, I'm proud to announce that the Department of Justice has unsealed federal charges against another Tesla attacker. We've charged Cooper Frederick in the firebombing of a Tesla dealership that occurred on March 7th in Loveland, Colorado. All of these cases are a serious threat to public safety. Therefore, there will be no negotiating. We are seeking 20 years in prison. The crime was committed in Colorado, and thanks to the great investigative work by the FBI, the defendant was arrested in Plano, Texas. Let this be a warning. You can run, but you cannot hide. Justice is coming.
Yeah, that's quite of a weird statement. I don't know what I think about that. I mean, look, in one hand, I think that, we need to treat, criminal activity as like criminal activity, but giving people like mandatory 20-year sentences from the federal government, I would be down with that if we actually equally applied that across the board. But when we're like fighting things like anti-Semitism and Tesla vandalism, and we're completely ignoring like anti-white crimes, interracial crimes, anti-white, criminal ideology on campus, I don't really take this administration so seriously in terms of Pam Bondi's ability to actually enforce the law. I think she was a mistake to be elected. I think she's a neocon and not really the right woman for the job. I would have rather had Matt Gaetz. That would have been a great pick. But, people like Pam, you can like her. I just don't think she's impressed me at all, especially with that Epstein file release. That was definitely a joke. Now, I want to talk to you guys about Van Man. Check this out. I recently came across this company because of my producer, Mike. It's this awesome brand. It's free of fluoride and toxic chemicals, completely rejecting big pharma, and focuses on more holistic and natural sources for their products, like their tallow and honey balm, which beats any moisturizer I've ever used and lasts forever. It also makes your skin feel great. If you guys have issues with dry skin and don't want to use other companies' products that have all types of chemicals that you can't even pronounce, I'd recommend this stuff right here. Van Man's Tallow and Honey Balm, which also uses essential oils. This stuff is amazing. I have some always here to keep my lips moisturized and my face from getting dry. This stuff is amazing, and we got in touch with Van Man because now we're in a new city, new studio, new look to the show. We want to work with brands that we've tried personally. Plus, all their products can be used on anyone who's nursing or even that's pregnant, and it's really important for someone like me with 2 young kids. Go to vanman.shop/Elijah, vanman.shop/ELIJAH. Use promo code Elijah to get 10% off. That's vanman.shop/Elijah. Use promo code Elijah for 10% off. I promise when you guys use this stuff, you won't even go back to using any other lotion or moisturizer. Plus, they have tons of other products like tooth powder that replaces the fluoridated toothpaste, sunblock without all the toxic chemicals, which I have in my bag. I'm going to El Salvador tonight. And magnesium deodorant. This stuff is the real deal. So again, go to vanman.shop/Elijah. Use promo code Elijah for 10% off. Now, that being said, watch as Karoline Leavitt bodies leftist reporter when media hacks smears Trump administration with a crazy lie regarding ICE deporting violent gang members. We have the full video here. It's absolutely amazing. Watch.
The validation guide that DHS is using to determine who is an enemy alien, a Tren de Aragua member, and deportable under the Enemy Aliens Act, it has criteria here that require 8 points to be classified as a TDA member. You can get classified by simply having certain symbols in your tattoos and wearing certain streetwear brands. That alone is enough to get someone classified as TDA and sent to El Salvador.
That's not true, actually, Andrew.
According to this document, it is.
No, according to the Department of Homeland Security and the agents, have you talked to the agents who have been putting their lives on the line to detain these foreign terrorists who have been terrorizing our communities? TDA is a vicious gang that has taken the lives of American women. And our agents on the front lines take deporting these people with the utmost seriousness, and there is a litany of criteria that they use to ensure that these individuals qualify as foreign terrorists and to ensure that they qualify for deportation. And the president made it incredibly clear to the American public that there would be a mass deportation campaign of not just foreign terrorists, but also illegal criminal aliens who have been wreaking havoc on American communities. And shame on you and shame on the mainstream media for trying to cover for these individuals who have. This is a vicious gang, Andrew. This is a vicious gang that has taken the lives of American women.
The government filed in court, which says all.
And you said yourself there are 8 criteria on that document.
They need 8 points.
And you are questioning the credibility of these agents who are putting their life on the line to protect your life and the life of everybody in this group and everybody across the country. And their credibility should be questioned. They finally have a president who is a.
Right. So that's kind of cool, right? I mean, talk about getting bodied. Now, if you like these reports, don't forget to join our mug club at thegatewaypundit.com. You can grab one of these great mugs, supporting independent media and journalism at the same time, and become a supporting member. We really appreciate you joining. And you guys always ask me how you can follow me on social media. I'm everywhere. So I've basically put all my links in one place at ElijahSchaffer.locals.com. It's a social media website from Rumble. You can find me there. It doesn't cost any money to join or anything like that. You can just join and join the community and follow me on social media if you want to. I appreciate it. Again, ElijahSchaffer.locals.com. I'll see you there. Have a great rest of the week, as always, and may God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.